Did you know that at 60, the most stylish women in the world follow a secret rule about shoes that can completely transform their appearance? What if I told you that there is a list of 8 types of shoes that these women simply removed from their wardrobe and never wore again? That's right. They discovered that certain shoes not only age the look, but can also cause discomfort and even health problems. Today you will find out exactly which 8 shoes the most stylish women avoid at all costs after 60. If you continue to wear these shoes, you may be sabotaging your elegance without even realizing it. But if you apply what I'm going to teach you here, you will notice an incredible transformation in your style, gaining more sophistication, comfort, and confidence. So stay with me until the end, because the last tip will surprise you, and is precisely the mistake I see most women making at this age. Tip 1. Shoes with very high stiletto heels. The first shoe that elegant women abandon after their 60s is the very high stiletto heel, those that are more than 3 inches high. The main problem with these shoes is that they create a visual disproportion that does not flatter a mature silhouette. Furthermore, very high heels force the body forward, creating an artificial posture that can seem forced on a more experienced woman. The issue is not only aesthetic, but also health and safety. As we age, our balance naturally decreases, and wearing extremely high heels significantly increases the risk of falls and injuries. To put this tip into practice, replace your high stiletto heels with models that are between 3 and 6 inches high. A perfect example would be to swap those 4-inch pumps for a 2-inch model with a thicker heel, which offers greater stability. The benefits of this change are immense. You gain comfort when walking long distances, reduce pressure on your feet and knees, maintain a more natural posture, and still preserve your feminine elegance. Elegant women know that true sophistication comes from self-confidence, not from the height of the heel. Tip 2. Flip-flops and Havaianas. Sandals for everyday use. The second type of footwear that stylish women avoid are simple flip-flops and very basic sandals for everyday wear outside the house. Although they are extremely comfortable, these shoes send a message of sloppiness and lack of care for your appearance. The main problem is that they do not provide adequate structure for the foot and can make any outfit look too casual. Even when you are trying to create a more polished look, after 60, every detail of your look counts more, and your feet are a fundamental part of the overall composition. To apply this rule, reserve flip-flops only for moments at home, at the beach, or by the pool. For everyday wear, opt for sandals with more elaborate straps, flats with interesting details, or comfortable ballet flats. A practical example would be to replace your plain flip-flops with a flat sandal with interlaced straps or a soft leather ballet flat. The benefits of this change include a more polished and careful look, greater protection for your feet against injuries, and the ability to combine the shoes with a wider variety of outfits. Remember that elegance is about showing care for yourself in every detail. Tip 3. Very flashy or fluorescent colored sneakers. The third category of shoes that stylish women avoid are sneakers with bright colors, exaggerated prints, or fluorescent details. While sneakers are essential for a modern and active wardrobe, overly flashy models can create an inappropriate contrast with the maturity and natural sophistication of a woman in her 60s. The problem is not wearing sneakers per se, but choosing models that compete with the rest of the look instead of complementing it. Bright colors or exaggerated prints can make the feet become the focal point of the look, when the ideal is to create harmony throughout the entire composition. In practice, this means choosing sneakers in neutral colors such as white, beige, gray, or black, with a cleaner and more elegant design. For example, instead of hot pink sneakers with colorful details, opt for a white model with subtle gold details or an all-leather black sneaker. The benefits of this choice include greater versatility to match different outfits, a more balanced and sophisticated look, and the ability to wear sneakers on more occasions without looking inappropriate. Stylish women know that less can be more when it comes to making stylish choices. Now, before we continue with the next tip, if you are enjoying this information, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any elegance tips. And tell me here in the comments where you are watching this video from. I love to know where the elegant women who follow me are. Tip 4. Shoes with very thin and pointed toes. The fourth type of shoe that elegant women avoid are models with extremely thin and pointed toes. This shape can create several problems, both aesthetically and in terms of comfort. Visually, very thin toes can make the feet appear larger than they really are, in addition to creating an overly aggressive line that does not match the softness and elegance that characterize the mature style. From a medical point of view, shoes with very pointed toes compress the toes, which can cause bunions, calluses, and other foot problems that become more common with age. To apply this tip, choose shoes with a slightly rounded or almond-shaped toe, which elongate the foot without creating discomfort. A perfect example would be to exchange a pump with an extremely thin toe for a model with an almond toe, which maintains the elegance but offers more space for the toes. The benefits of this change are obvious. Greater comfort when walking, fewer foot problems, a softer and more feminine look, and longer-lasting use of the shoes. Additionally, shoes with a more anatomical shape allow you to wear them for longer without discomfort, which is essential for maintaining elegance throughout the day. Tip 5. Boots that are too high and tight on the calf. The fifth category that stylish women avoid are boots that rise too high above the knee or are too tight around the calf. As we age, the shape of our legs naturally changes, and boots that are too high and too tight can create uncomfortable marks on the skin and highlight areas that you might prefer not to emphasize. In addition, these types of boots can create a very youthful and forced appearance on mature women, making it seem as if they are trying to imitate a style that is not appropriate for their age. The main problem is proportion. Boots that are too high can visually shorten the legs and create a heavy look. To solve this, opt for boots that end at the ankle, mid-calf, or at most just below the knee, always with a looser fit around the calf. An example would be to replace a riding boot that is too tight with a mid-calf boot with a looser fit, which offers the same style but with more comfort and elegance. The benefits include improved blood circulation, greater ease of walking, a more proportionate look, and the ability to wear the boots for longer without discomfort. Elegant women know that comfort and naturalness are the basis of true sophistication. Tip 6. Very simple and unstructured shoes. The sixth type of shoe that elegant women avoid are extremely basic flats, those without any special details, structure, or finish. Although the concept of flats is excellent for the mature wardrobe, very simple models can give the impression of sloppiness or lack of care for appearance. The problem is not in the style of flats themselves, but in choosing very basic versions that do not add anything to the look. Flats without structure also offer little support for the feet, which can cause discomfort during prolonged use. The solution is to choose flats with interesting details such as decorative stitching, small applications, different textures or finishes in noble materials such as genuine leather. For example, instead of a plain and boring flat, opt for one with a small bow, contrasting stitching, or a slightly textured texture. The benefits of this choice include a more refined and careful look, greater durability of the shoe, better support for the feet, and versatility to wear on different occasions. A well-chosen pair of sneakers can elevate any casual look to a more elegant and sophisticated level, as long as they have those special details that make all the difference. Tip 7. Shoes with lots of cutouts and complicated details. The seventh category of shoes that elegant women avoid are those with excessive cutouts, buckles, chains, studs, or other elaborate details. As we age, the principle of elegance becomes clearer. Less is more. Shoes with too many decorative elements can create a cluttered look and compete with the rest of the outfit, and they often look too young for a woman in her 60s. Too many details can also make the shoes less versatile. limiting the possibilities of combining them with different items in the wardrobe. To apply this rule, choose shoes with a cleaner, more classic design, prioritizing the quality of the material and well-made, cut over too many embellishments. An example would be to swap a shoe full of cutouts and buckles for a smooth model in quality leather with just one subtle detail, such as a small applique or special stitching. The benefits of this choice are enormous. Greater versatility to combine with different outfits, a more sophisticated and timeless look, easy maintenance and cleaning of the shoes, and the ability to wear the same shoe on multiple occasions. Truly elegant women know that well-executed simplicity is much more impactful than excessive embellishment. Tip 8. Very tall and chunky platforms. The eighth and final category of shoes that elegant women completely abandon are very high platforms, especially those with thick and heavy soles, known as chunky. These shoes create a very striking visual disproportion and can make you look like you are wearing borrowed or inappropriate shoes for your age. In addition to the aesthetic issue, very high platforms are especially dangerous for mature women, as they raise the center of gravity too much and significantly increase the risk of falls and twists. The excessive weight of these shoes can also cause leg fatigue and make it difficult to walk naturally. The elegant alternative is to opt for shoes with thinner soles and moderate height, which offers some height gain without compromising stability or elegance. For example, replace an 8 cm platform with a shoe with a 4 cm heel and thin sole, which offers enough height but maintains lightness and femininity. The benefits of this change include greater safety when walking, a more proportionate and elegant look, reduced leg and foot fatigue, and the ability to move more gracefully and naturally. Remember that true elegance lies in the ability to move with confidence and ease, not in the height of your shoes. Before I move on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transform my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 9. Very casual. Fabric shoes for formal occasions. The ninth important tip is to avoid shoes made of very casual fabrics when you need a more polished look. Fashionable women know that after the age of 60, the choice of shoe material makes a huge difference in the overall perception of your style. Shoes made of canvas, very basic fabrics, or low-quality synthetic materials can completely ruin an outfit you were trying to make more sophisticated. The main problem is that these materials do not offer the structure and finish necessary to create a polished and careful appearance. In addition, casual fabric shoes tend to show dirt more easily and lose their shape quickly. To solve this problem, invest in shoes made of noble materials such as genuine leather, quality suede, or high-quality synthetic materials that closely imitate natural leather. A clear example would be to swap a basic fabric ballet flat for a soft leather version, even if you are going to wear it every day. The benefits of this choice include longer shoe life, a more refined and adult look, ease of cleaning and maintenance, and the ability to wear the same shoes on more formal occasions when necessary. Investing in quality materials is always a smart choice for women who value lasting elegance. Tip 10. Trendy models that go by quickly. The 10th and final tip is to avoid shoes that follow very specific and fleeting fashion trends. Stylish women over 60 have learned that investing in very trendy models can be an expensive and impractical mistake. The problem with very trendy shoes is that they quickly become dated, making you look like you're trying to keep up with every new trend, rather than developing your own personal, timeless style. Additionally, very specific trends may not fit with your lifestyle or the rest of your wardrobe. The smartest solution is to invest in classic, timeless styles that never go out of style, such as a good black pump, a quality leather ballet flat, a feminine Oxford, or a well-cut ankle boot. For example, instead of buying that super cool shoes that every young influencer is wearing, invest in a classic quality leather pump that you can wear for years to come. The benefits of this approach are clear. Saving money in the long run, having a more coherent and versatile wardrobe, always looking well-dressed no matter the season, and the peace of mind of knowing that your choices won't quickly become dated. Truly stylish women build a personal style based on quality pieces and timeless designs. We've reached the end of these 10 essential tips on shoes that elegant women should avoid after their 60s. As you can see, mature elegance is not about following all the trends or wearing the flashiest shoes, but rather about making conscious choices that prioritize comfort, quality, and sophistication. Each of these tips that I've shared with you came from observing truly elegant women and from the experience of understanding what really works at this stage of life. Remember that at 60, you've already gained enough wisdom and experience to know exactly what makes you feel good and confident. Use this maturity to your advantage when choosing your shoes, always prioritizing pieces that make you feel elegant, comfortable, and authentic. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these tips surprised you the most? Do you have any of these shoes in your wardrobe that you're now rethinking wearing? Tell me in the comments what your biggest discovery was from this video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, take the opportunity to subscribe now and turn on notifications, because I always have special elegance and style tips to share with you. See you in the next video.